Hello and welcome everybody to another Digital Defenders Awakened video. Today I am a little sick, so my voice is kind of but you know, who cares. Let's go into the video. Today I want to be showing you how to build a survival endless Spires run on Massacre hardcore difficulty on Dune Eater difficulty. And let's go straight into wave 126, why not? And so I usually start off the build by just simply stacking the essential 3 auras. In my opinion, these are just, you know, good. The electric aura kind of falls off, and you can see this is basically the loadout that I use. So then I slap on roots here, just so that later on when I build the roots on a different location, it still buffs these tower. And I switched to the wrong wrong squire. So I do a simple 2 harpoons, 1 blossom, boosting it with overclock, and that is not it. I forgot the reflect, and I forgot the spider. On this side, same thing. Go with a spider, go with the reflect, go with the poons. That is the wrong button. That is the wrong squire again. And buff him up with that. Now that I'm done falling, then I switch to my warden again, slap the roots of purity, and then I just think, where do I want to build everything? Now I am going to be standing here with a summoner, so I want to be healing, so I want my towers to be kind of close to where I am right now, but I also want it to have clear vision of over there, so I want to build them on this little square usually, and I just like point it slightly to the right, just so that it has vision of that right area over there. Just something like this will do. That is the wrong squire again. Now these squires, these harpoons can just be placed somewhere over there. You kind of want to make sure that they do hit this right area, just for the djinns when they try to despawn stuff. And from here, I usually do a siren. However, I want to quickly test if this 3DU 4DU build is better. Now the thing is, I usually do actually no, I'm just so used to using the siren because it's so easy to use and so powerful that I just don't see a reason to not using her at all. And then because I will be using a striking gemstone on the auras, I use a slice and dice as well. Now if you don't want to use 2 squires, you can just use the same squire to just like build a random slice and dice. It do that, but just for the sake of this video, I am going to be using the same one because I want to show you that this slice and dice is not really important, and you can just like have a different hero to level up. Now as you can see, it says it's too close to the enemy spawn, so I usually just try to like go in the middle of the lane, try to get everything. Now believe me or not, this single one that does 3 million damage per hit, it clears a lot of the weaker mobs and makes this lane not an issue, or at least speeds up the clear speeds. Wow, what a weird. Now there are usually some enemies that get stuck over here as well, which is why I usually also place this as close as possible. just so they have less chance of getting you know, stunned or locked in place. Here is where I usually use my sirens again, because now from down there, on both sides from these stairs, a mage or other enemy can shoot a projectile up here and one-shot the core, as well as wyverns when they come up and they start attacking the core. If you just place them on these rails next to the stairs, it will nicely cover the auras, and you can just go around, see if it is barely clips over it, and you should be perfectly fine. Now, if a mage somehow runs past all of this, goes up here, and just attacks your core, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. So, to further speed up the clear, I go back here and do one final slice and dice. Now remember, this is just to speed up the clear. If you are unsure if this would even work for you, you still have so what is that? That is 7, 14, 21 DU to spend on other things like a plasma defense system if you wish to do so. And then I am left with 1 DU, and I usually don't know what to do with the 1 DU, so I just go over here and think. Usually I die to this specific lane for some reason, so I'm just gonna slap this there. And I'm quickly gonna go around, give my harpoons a few ups, because the harpoons and the blossoms are going to be the MVPs basically of this. And because we're using the overdrive rune on the overclocks, it is really, really good that we have the towers leveled up first and get the overclocks later. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly upgrade everything. And as you can see, my auras are huge, and the slice and dice is literally at the entrance of the aura, so anything that gets there is going to cry. And let's go with this 126 attempt. Now this is usually a build that I also run for public games. So a wave 100 on the bonus. I have no idea how, maybe 200-300 on solo, I would say. But I'm usually just too lazy to do everything. And yeah, as you can see, there is a Jinn up there. Usually it dies to the slice and dice, but I'm not sure right now. They're actually okay, it did die. So I think that is mostly like a stats check, like damage check, so you will just have to pray they have enough damage. And that Jinn for some reason just went past it. Okay, well, as you can see, everything is melting. These 5 ogres that were down here, they just vanished. They died before basically practically leaving their spawn. You see more wyverns coming, but the sirens are just doing a lot of damage, murdering all of them. And yes, this is an RTS top-down view of the game, because I want to stay away from the assassins or dark elf warriors from being able to, you know, essentially deal damage to me or really just reach me, so that the defense stacks near me are not going to die. Because if they die, you know, it's kind of bad, because then you lose. Dying is bad. And yeah, if you're not using the slice and dice blockades, you're missing out on a lot. A good slice and dice build. My camera is stuck. Why can I not? I literally cannot even go over there. Okay, I can at least upgrade through the floor, I guess. That is hilarious. And yeah, as you can see, a wave 126 has been beat real easily. There's some stragglers still dying. And this is basically the build that I use for clearing endless spires. Now it might take a second to build, but you know, 1 second versus, you know, an eternity, you know. Also, this is a neat little trick that I want to show you before ending this video. As you can see, currently I'm in regular summoner mode. Nothing special. If I press secondary attack or right click on PC, I get stuck into this top-down view. Now, if you bring up repair or upgrade, any of these will work, and hit the overlord mode at the same time, it will look something like this. You get stuck. And then you can press R or right click again, and as you can see, I cannot move my mouse. My WASD doesn't work, but if I press F, it heals around me. Quickly do the repair. For some reason I just like to do repair. Hit right click, go into these overlord mode but still stay in third person view. Then I just press F, and I don't need my mouse cursor focused on the actual screen for it to do the AoE ability. And now if you want to see that it actually works, I'm gonna quickly turn on my macro. I'm gonna tab out. As you can see, you're here. You cannot hear my game because I'm tabbed out. And see, it will still hear everything, heal everything around me. So I'm gonna quickly tab back into the game. And yeah, as you can see, it does work. So turn off the macro. It does work really nicely if you're having the game in the background while you're farming. So I hope this build helps you clear endless spires, super high waves. Then again, remember, if the slice and dices over here are making you lose games, then use that 21 DU on some other defenses. Like you can maybe use some plasma defense systems here in the middle. Maybe you can go with more harpoons, probably more harpoons than blossoms. Maybe if this lane struggles, you can go a double blossom, double harpoon setup. You know, everyone has their slight variations in builds so that they work perfectly. And yep, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.